What's up, y'all? My name is Andre Hopkins, also known as Andre Interview, and today I'm joined here by NRG Ethan. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
Good to hear, good to hear. So, I'll just start off. How do you feel going into the stage one along with the team?
Excited. Definitely glad to be back. Back home after Santiago. We were grinding a lot going up to that, so had a little break, and now, yeah, we're just refreshed and ready to go.
All right, sounds good. So, second question here. On a game day, what's your pregame routine to get you ready for the day?
Uh, I always run in the morning. Um, so I do that. Walk my dog. Um, Usually I always try to eat something before, and then that's all before we get to the event or before we get to the venue. Uh. Sit down, read all the prep our coaches gave me the night before, and talk with the team, warm up, usual stuff.
Can we expect to see some videos like Bonk records where we're going to see you running talking about the game coming up?
Nah, I'll leave that up to Bonk. That's his thing.
All right. So moving to the Valorant questions here. So coming out of Master Santiago, the team placed third and narrowly missed out on lifting a second consecutive trophy. How does the team plan on carrying this momentum into stage one to lift the Americas regional trophy?
Yeah, I think we just have to just keep improving. Big thing was map pool and defense in Santiago. Um, Probably the two key areas we need to work on the most going into split one. And yeah, I think that's all we got to do. As long as we keep improving every day. Every day we have about 2 weeks till our first game, so a little bit of time, and yeah, just gotta keep working.
You talked a little bit about it at Santiago, but how do you feel about the new map pool coming in with Lotus and Fracture coming back?
I'm excited. Our team was very fond of Lotus when it was out last at Champs. We think we're very strong on that map, and just got to see if any of the agent changes, any of the agent nerfs and buffs affect that. And then for Fracture, I've always loved Fracture. I think we had a decent understanding of it with the old team, and yeah, I like the map. I'm glad it didn't change at all. I think the layout's good, and I think if you understand it, you can be a really good team on that map.
Yeah, all the OGs know 2023 Fracture, Evil Geniuses. Are we going to see the same thing, the same level of dominance from NRG on Fracture?
I hope so. There's some things I can bring, but you do have to have a certain style for every team you play with. So we'll see.
Okay, yeah. How do you feel about the upcoming Waylay changes that they just announced today?
Um, I think it's good. I don't think it's agent breaking, but I think it is probably one of the strongest things in the game right now. Was with the Waylay dash stun, sometimes Bucky combo. So I think they basically completely took that away, and now it's going to be used more as a normal duelist rather than that way they could kind of do everything. So we'll see.
Okay. Do you think it'll lessen the character's impact in the sense of like you won't see it every single map, but just like on specific ones now?
Yeah, I can see that. I think the maps Waylay was really good at, it's gonna stay the same. They didn't change the fundamental way Waylay was played or used. That's more of like an individual Waylay player's nerf. They just aren't able to do one thing on the agent now, but the general use of Waylay has stayed the same.
All right. So with the Sky changes, Sky just received the buff with the rechargeable flash coming back. All longtime VCT fans know your Sky, how good you are at it. Can we expect to see some Ethan Skye for NRG in stage one, or is that kind of under lockdown, hidden away?
I mean, I obviously can't tell you too much, but I
Mm-hmm.
think the buff helped Sky a lot on the maps that she was already good on, and I'm not sure if the buff warrants, adding Sky into comps that she
Mm-hmm.
honestly just doesn't fit in. It's not that OP. So we'll see. I think it's definitely a good buff though. I like it.
Okay. How do you feel about mix place in the meta, I guess, and do we think you'll see any mix from any regions or any teams?
Honestly, I think Mix might have a 0% pick rate in the league. I think it's pretty bad, but um, maybe maybe there's some certain comps that, Mix is in where it just works really well with certain agents, but as a direct replacement, Mix is not that great.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think we'll really see much. Doesn't feel
Yeah.
that great. All right. So having the chance to now play with Keiko with for a few months in an international tournament and before the season, What differences does he bring to the team versus what the team had with Sam?
Yeah, I mean, tons of differences. Completely different player,
Mhm.
different play style. One thing that we can rely on Gio for is no matter like what spot he's in, on defense, he'll always get one or two. That's a huge thing. Um, he's also very vocal in what he likes to do, certain spots he likes to play, different plays he likes to make, which is very helpful for me, not only as an IGL, but as an initiator. It helps me a lot when I know what my player likes the most and how I can help set him up the best. So that kind of stuff is super helpful from any kind of player.
Okay. So I want to talk about this too. So with Strong's departure from the team recently, what did you learn from him as a player in IGL, and what does he bring to a team?
Yeah, I think he understands the game very deeply. He was also very in tune with comps strengths, comps weaknesses. So that helps me as an IGO, obviously, because you can't play the same game versus every single comp.
Mhm.
You have to change up your style based on what the enemy plays and how the maps feels. So yeah, that kind of stuff helps a lot coming from coaching staff for sure.
Okay. And then I also want to ask: is there any insight you can give us on like what his exit from the team, and is there anything you can speak on, or is it just
Um, I mean, not really. And I also don't want to like put words in
Mhm.
people's mouths. So, but yeah, it was. That's all I'll say for that.
Okay. And then I also want to run back real quick. My apologies about playing with Keiko.
Mhm.
Does his ability to pull out the duelist like we saw him play Jet on Breeze? What does that bring in terms of flexibility to the team?
It helps a lot. I think being able to play different comps on different maps, you know, relatively quickly without having to adapt too much, it helps us a lot because we're comfortable with it, and it also keeps teams on their toes when they play against us because we could run multiple different things. A lot of teams, when you look at their players, just a list of players, you just see exactly what comp they're going to run, basically, just because of their players, may not be able to run too many different duelists or agents. So it helps a lot when you're just kind of a question mark to other teams.
So, like that surprise factor, you think that's a big thing for going into a game? A team can never be 100% sure what you're going to play.
Yeah, I think also the game's at that point now where it's just really hard to prep for
Mhm.
comp specific things. So usually like the first games in a split are pretty sporadic. Because usually split one, the first game or two, the first week or two, everyone's running weird stuff.
Mhm.
They've been cooking for however long they've been home, like a month.
Mhm.
So it's it could be weird, but it mellows out as the season goes on.
All right. And then my last question here. So, NRG will face Furia for the first time this season. You guys didn't have the chance to play them in kickoff or in Santiago. How do you feel going into that matchup, and are you excited to face off against that team?
Yeah, super excited. I think they're one of the teams, that have had a while to cook up some stuff, and they also had the benefit of going to a international and playing matches, so they got match reps as well. Win or lose, it's match reps are very important. I've always said that. And yeah, getting stuff like that, getting good reps with your team, especially a team that's new like Furia, it's very valuable.
Actually, real quick, someone asked this question to Bonkar. So,
Mm.
do you think getting reps on the international stage, as much as you guys have in the last few tournaments, does that help when you come back regionally to playing against these teams who haven't had that same experience?
Yeah, I mean, I would value match reps just multiple times more than I would scrim reps. I get more information on my team from playing one BO3 in a match than I do like a week worth of prac. So yeah, I think it's extremely helpful especially when you make it deep in a tournament. You have so many matches you've played. It's just that much more learning.
Okay, and do you have any last words for fans of you or NRG as a whole?
Yeah, thank you guys for the fans, definitely for supporting. Sorry we didn't, it wasn't as exciting as we wanted it to be in Santiago, but hopefully we can make London and show y'all what we've been working on.
All right, yeah, make sure you got to get Keiko home. You got to make sure you can play in
Exactly.
front of the UK. All right, thank you very much, and good luck in your game against Furia and in stage one as a whole.
Thank you.